West Virginia State Police is still dealing with a number of issues which festered under the command of former Superintendent Jan Cahill. That includes a recent settlement where the agency paid $300,000 to one of its own. Tonight, Kenny Bass has the story for us.
Talia DeVita became a West Virginia State Trooper in January 2003 and climbed the ranks to sergeant. In 2017, DeVita was transferred to the West Virginia Turnpike. As outlined in her complaint against the agency, that's when her troubles began. Trooper DeVita declined to talk with us on camera and directed her attorney to speak on her behalf.
So in about late 2018, had some issues there with some work environment concerns, raised those concerns with her, the first sergeant at the time, Robert Maddie, and really for about the next 6 to 9 months, felt like those concerns weren't being heard, and came to a point in the summer of 2019 where she pointed that out to him in an email and said, "I don't think I'm being treated fairly. I think it's because I'm a woman," and put that in writing to him, and after that, things got worse.
DeVita claims her supervisor, then First Sergeant Robert Maddie, began to retaliate against her by unnecessary criticism, critiques, and harassment.
The claim was based around kind of gender discrimination or hostile work environment, but also retaliation. Because what happened was Talia put these concerns in writing in an email that she felt like she was being treated differently because she's a woman. And within 6 days of that, she got written up 6 times. And for context, Talia worked there 16 and a half years, never had one write-up. Not one negative evaluation, nothing. She puts this in writing in an email. Within 6 days, she gets 6. And that led to that summer when she got her yearly evaluation. It did not meet expectations, and she was ineligible for a promotion for the cycle. So for 16 years, she was a good employee, a great employee. Then she puts a complaint in writing, "I'm being treated differently because I'm a woman," and within 6 days, she got written up 6 times.
DeVita's lawyer says because of Maddie's actions, she filed a formal complaint in 2020 against the WVSP. It languished for about 3 years until a judge's ruling allowing additional evidence to be introduced prompted the state police to start settlement negotiations. On November 3rd of last year, DeVita signed a $300,000 settlement.
All she did was simply speak out and say, "I don't think I'm being treated fairly because I'm a woman." She made that clear, and as a result was clearly retaliated against, and would like that to not be the case for other female troopers of the West Virginia State Police.
Questions remain about the settlement because Maddie has since been promoted to captain. He serves as the Deputy Chief of Staff Services, Director of Public Relations, and the agency's statewide media contact. Maddie is 7th in the state police's chain of command.
And he was also with the previous administration in that position before you got here. The only one still in the building after the administration left. How do you move forward and say, well, yeah, but accused of this, accused of this, accused of this, and we paid out $300,000, but going to keep him in his position and keep doing what he's doing because how do you arrive at those types of decisions?
Well, I know the captain you're talking about, and I vetted everybody that I put on senior staff when I came back, as I did before. When I was chief of field, I was asked then by the superintendent, the setting superintendent, to help select certain people. When I was deputy superintendent, I was asked to be involved in that as well. Ultimately, the decision was theirs, but they wanted my input. So I knew how that process worked. Like I say, I'm intentional, direct. I knew the captain when he was a young trooper. Trusted him. He wasn't involved in what I felt the day-to-day operations of what was happening. I'm not saying that's anybody's fault, but that's the feeling I got.
Under the previous administration?
Yes, and when I called him in to talk to him, I was a little bit surprised that he didn't. When I came in here, he helped me as much as anybody did with what was going on, what was being said, and things like that. Now, did I ask everybody here the same questions I did him? No, because I trusted him to give me the straight answer. And I felt that he did. And I felt if he would have told me something wrong, I would have found that out on down the road.
The standard agreement stipulates the state police did not admit any wrongdoing while settling the DeVita case, even with the 6-figure payout.
being involved in a suit like that does not mean you're guilty. It means you're accused
Absolutely.
of something. There was a settlement, and the settlements happen for a lot of reasons. You get
Yes, sir.
You get advised by people to settle. You get it's not your decision. It's out of your hands at that point.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure there's lawyers involved, etc. But he's still here.
Yes.
So, what did you see in him, or what do you see in him that allowed you to make that decision? Is not only did he survive the Cahill administration,
Yes, sir.
he has survived some serious allegations in which a settlement was made out, but yet he's still in his position.
Well, like I said, that's a unique set of circumstances that was going on with that particular lawsuit. Like I say, that lawsuit was filed before he was on senior staff, and there was an internal investigation conducted regarding those accusations, and he was cleared on them by the former administration. So I knew about that. I felt I could trust him, and he's knowledgeable. And I'll just tell you this: he's done everything I've asked of him and more in the 10 months he's been here under me.
DeVita has said she holds no ill will against Maddie or the state police and just wants to continue serving as a trooper.
We deal with a lot of cases in wrongful termination and harassment. Often those people are now not with that company anymore, with their employer anymore. Talia continued to work there throughout this whole time, continues to work there today. So that's something she's had to carry for the past 4 years while this case has been ongoing and still moving forward.
And I love the West Virginia State Police. Love the people in it, love the civilians. There's more work to be done, there's no doubt about it, but there's always going to be work to be done in the state police for the betterment, getting good candidates, getting good people, that the public has trust in, that they're going to go out and do their jobs.
In Charleston, with this Eyewitness News investigation, I'm Kenny Bass.
Now, we did reach out to Captain Maddie for comment, but no response. Now, in the next few weeks, we will hear from Colonel Chambers on his efforts to change the culture at the state police.
We have more great Eyewitness News investigates right here. Subscribe and hit the bell notification to have the latest uploads delivered straight to you.